Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is...
The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback at 6'2" out of Auburn. It's Jarrett Stidham.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Out of the gun, Stidham over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Stidham from the shotgun. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Stidham. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Panthers take over.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and 11. They'll look to throw here. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run with McCaffrey. And down to the 36-yard line here.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And, oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It'll buy some time right. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Come on! You gotta be kidding me.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here we go.
On first down, Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's third down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
From the gun, it's Stidham. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36.
Stidham throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Stidham.
6 yards to go.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one opened downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
The ball carrier.
Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Stidham to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. To throw is Stidham. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stidham. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own
the Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
McCaffrey.
At the 20-yard line.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd.
They'll drop to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
Here's the option. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Stidham. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Oh, the Pro Bowler Landry couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stidham. Funches with a catch over the middle. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Panthers coming out now. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, Stidham. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
For a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Stidham from the shotgun. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Stidham will throw again. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyler Higbee. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
The pass.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
45-yard line.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. 27-6, the final score. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Baker Mayfield leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Preston Smith there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Stidham. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's Stidham. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Ball carrier.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Now it's Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run, this time Mccaffrey. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Mccaffrey with the carry.
They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Jared Stidham ready to pilot this offense again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes,
and he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Stidham. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore.
The pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 24-yard line.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jarrett Stidham ready to pilot this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Stidham. He'll get this complete to Charlie Werner. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing again here, Stidham. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
Stidham going back to the air. He gets this to Devontae Adams.
Stidham's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Slant to Adams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, Stidham. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
Stidham's pass.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Stidham. And he completed 7 straight passes before that one, as it falls incomplete and puts a halt to that streak.
On the coverage.
Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Makes the score Packers 10, Panthers 7.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Brings up third.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
It's third down and 6.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Everett there, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. The throw over the middle taken in. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
The game at 10.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
22-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. On first down, Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Stidham. And this one complete right side to Funches.
Stidham's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Run for Pollard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Now they'll throw it with Stidham. Stidham hit and he lost it. And the Panthers have recovered.
The pass. Fumbled on the play. Recovered by Carolina.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool-off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game? All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown, Carolina.
From 3 yards out. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it, because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Slide for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 25.
4th quarter. Down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 3rd and 1, Stidham. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
My man, it's been a rough night for that.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Stidham. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So the Packers down on the scoreboard. 57 seconds to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Stidham right back to it after the pick 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Tonight.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Carolina, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.